Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode to an Angel reaction. That's right, my name is Matt. Hello. Angel time. Last time on Angel, we had the best episode of Angel so far. It really depends on you following Buffy, but I don't care because he had Faith in it. Arguably the most important episode regarding Faith characterization that we've had in both shows happened last week on Angel, which is wild to me that we would leave that for Angel. But it happened and it was great actually. I loved it. I talked extensively about Faith last week. Not week, but like last episode. And then I watched an episode of Buffy where we had the other best character in the franchise, which is Tara, and there was a lot of it. And I enjoyed it. So we're having a good streak of episodes here. So I'm very happy about it. We'll see what this Angel episode is going to be like. People have told me that it's like a two-parter, you know, like last week's Faith and then this episode, that definitely we're going to continue with whatever happens to Faith. I had some like stipulations as to what it could be, what direction they could be taking, and I would be happy with either as long as they don't kill Faith off. Because I can see a possibility in which Faith's like character arc is kind of over, and so they're all like, all right, time for you to go. But I also feel like, first of all, they shouldn't do that because not only is she the best character in the show, but also I want to see a story about healing, right? I think that would be really interesting. Just a character slowly healing would be incredible to watch. And also, the only time they killed off a main character like that was with Doyle. And the only reason why they killed him off was because the actor had issues and they had to get rid of him. So, yeah, I don't think they'll do that. And if they do, then I would consider that to be a mistake. I do want to see a story about Faith growing as a person. And I feel like we had the giant big step last week, which is the most important step and also the most difficult. But all right, I think we are getting ready to begin. Patreon, check out the Patreon, link in the description below. Pop up on screen. You can support the channel and watch early Buffy and Angel episodes. You can actually watch the entirety of Angel over on the Patreon in full. I'm doing full watch-alongs to my entire journey through Angel. I don't do that for every episode because it would be too much editing work, but I can post the raw footage on Patreon if you're interested in that. And yeah, just early and full Buffy episodes as well. All right, let us begin. So, Angel, season 1, episode 19. Let's go. Okay, immediately afterwards. I like this.
Who's there?
I like that she's not saying anything. That's good.
Let me close.
Angel.
Yeah.
Real. Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
I like that. That's like that scene in the previous season with Buffy. Exactly the same. Also shows us that she is still thinking about just jumping to violence and decides not to go for it. He didn't tell her, you know, I was tied on that bed like 2 episodes ago when I was evil for like a night. We also exorcised a child there, yeah, a couple nights ago as well, yeah. Turns out the child was just evil, the demon wasn't evil. I want to hear what Wesley has to say about last night. It just said Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy. It just said it right there.
Well, if it's any consolation, it really does look like you are tortured by a much larger woman.
She's like literally the strongest human in the world alongside Buffy.
Donuts?
Won't she find it difficult enjoying delicious jelly-filled donuts if she is, one assumes, bound and gagged?
We went through all this last night.
Yes, you were right. The police would be ill-equipped to hold a slayer against her will. I understand why you chose not to turn her over to them.
Come on, man.
Understand why the woman who brutally tortured me last night, this morning, gets pastries.
That's true. That was bad, what she did last night.
She's a person. In case you've forgotten, we're not in the business of giving up on people.
Don't you dare take the moral high ground with me after what she did. I believe in helping people. I do not believe in coddling murderers.
It wasn't too long ago that you were the one making the case for her rehabilitation.
It wasn't too long ago. I had full feeling in my right arm. There's evil in that girl, Angel.
Oh my god.
You set her free. She'll kill again.
You understand why we have to help Faith, don't you?
Totally. And here,
can't just arbitrarily decide whose soul is worth saving and whose isn't.
And this one?
What is he signing?
Paid vacation.
Like I'm gonna stick around here while Psycho Case and Romeo
Okay.
leaves down?
Oh, it's the police. Yeah, okay. We're gonna see Kate.
You know what I'm talking about. This girl supposedly has some kind of supernatural powers. Everybody knows you've gone all Scully. Anytime one of these weird cases crosses anyone's desk, you're always there.
Scully's the skeptic.
That's true.
Huh?
You think I'm
Mulder's the
Mulder?
believer. Scully's the skeptic.
I should watch X-Files. I know enough about it just from like existing, but I've never seen it. May I watch X-Files also this show? Would anyone be interested in that? Alright, fate time.
I understand what you're going through. I need you to give me that knife.
Okay, she's holding a knife. Cool.
How are we gonna fix it?
I say we kill her.
This fucking guy is still here.
Hey, no!
Yeah, thinking about the first skill. What
killed a man.
started everything.
I don't care.
That's a lie. This is what we refer to as PTSD. Running away, yes. One of our main traits with this character.
You go out that door now, you'll be running for the rest of your life. My bet is it'll be a pretty short run.
Doesn't matter.
What? It does matter. It matters to me.
Why are you doing this? Why are you being nice to me? Just stop it. I mean, am I your prisoner here?
No, you're not my prisoner.
So I'm free.
Don't know about that.
Oh.
Where are you gonna go? Back out in that darkness? How'd you like it?
Help me.
Yeah.
I love that. As soon as anyone gets close, her reaction immediately is to just hit it and then immediately just feel guilty about it. Like, what we need is for Faye to come in and apologize to him, but she's in no condition to do that. Okay. Oh, it's oh, fuck! It's just Three Stooges from the Buffy episode when they tried to get Buffy who wasn't Faith. So they're here on the hot track of Faith.
How would you like to come home, Wesley?
Okay, I see.
Back to England with us.
If you sell out Faith.
Nobody blames you.
Really? Because I rather got the impression they did when they sacked me.
Also, these guys, last time they were in Buffy, I didn't get the impression that they had any authority over anything. They were just like, we just do the truth, man. We don't give a shit. They just give it orders and we do it. So, like, he wouldn't have the authority to say this.
Loyalty to a vampire now, is it?
That's not why we're here. A rogue slayer, Wesley. Far more dangerous than any single vampire. Surely you understand that.
All too well. Why come to me? You three are the best. The council's elite.
Really? You're the best?
She cleaned your Crocs, didn't she?
She has power and the willingness to use that power for evil. She must be stopped.
God, like, Faith can't catch a break. Every time it looks like she might take a step forward, somebody drags her back. This sucks.
How does this work?
You grab the donut and you just eat it.
I won't lie to you and tell you it'll be easy, because it won't be. Just because you decided to change doesn't mean the world's ready for you to.
Ah, that's good advice. That's good.
Truth is, no matter how much you suffer, no matter how many good deeds you do to try to make up for the past, you may never balance out the cosmic scale. The only thing I can promise you is that you'll probably be haunted.
Yeah, even if you do, your internal scale might never be balanced. Just how you feel about yourself.
So how does this work?
That's so fucking funny.
Are you saying I got to apologize?
Think you can?
I don't know. How do you say, gee, really sorry that I tortured you nearly to death?
Oh, first off, I think I'd leave off the G.
Yeah.
And secondly, I think you have to ask yourself, are you?
Now, what if I can't say it? There's some things you can't just take back, no matter how sorry you are, right?
Yeah, there are.
And you've been doing this for 100 years. I'm not gonna make it through the next 10 minutes.
So make it through the next 5, the next minute.
I don't think I can.
Yes, you can.
God, it hurts. I hate that it hurts like this.
Oh, well, it's supposed to hurt. All that pain, all that suffering you've caused is coming back on you. Feel it. Deal with it. Then maybe you got a shot at being free.
God. B, how am I ever gonna make things right with her?
Faith, this isn't about Buffy.
All my life, there was only one person who tried to be my friend, who went out of their way when I had no right or reason to expect her to, and I screwed her. Not to mention her boyfriend, only him, literally.
Wait, she has a boyfriend?
Faith, you and I never...
No, not you, the new one.
Yeah.
Angel, I'm so sorry.
I'm wondering if she's doing this on purpose, actually. You can say it. Say it.
Don't let the picture fool you.
Who are they talking to?
Offended you in any way?
Okay, I don't think I know this demon, so never mind.
The sedative contained in that syringe is powerful enough to bring down a man twice your size. Or a slayer. She'll be out long enough for us to secure her for transport back to England. There she'll begin her rehabilitation.
Whatever that means.
I have some conditions of my own.
Promise
No
you
harm
won't
has come to
hurt.
the vampire.
Okay,
Don't be a ponce.
That's it.
don't
Unless you
harm
agree to that,
Angel.
You won't get any help from me.
We have no quarrel with the vampire.
Unless you count the fact that he is a vampire.
It's a special case. He's reformed. He has a soul. In fact, I've confronted more evil, slain more demons, in short, done more good while working with Angel than I ever did while I was in the Council's employ.
That's also true. I can see Wesley actually betraying Faith, like getting Faith, because he's like, I did this for you, Angel, to ensure your safety. And it's like, fucking. But I like to think that he's not that stupid. Alright.
Are looking for this woman tonight. A felony suspect
Yeah.
in the California town of Sunnydale.
Hey?
Do not approach her. She's violent and unpredictable. I'll take a few.
She's looking straight into the camera. She says that.
You're safe here. You hear me? You're safe.
Get attacked. Exactly. Yeah, that's how the show works. Why did he have to bleed red, man? This is the one monster we would love if it was bleeding any other color.
Hey. Sit down. It's okay. It's gonna be okay, right?
God. She's such a broken person. Alright, you're here. For some reason.
I didn't know you.
How? What are you doing?
We were attacked.
Never mind the shirt.
You and
Faith.
Faith. I actually think I can form a thought right now. Giles heard that she tried to kill you.
Is that why you're here? To punish her?
I was worried about you, Buffy.
Buffy, let's talk.
Oh, I don't think talk is in order right now.
She needs help.
Help? Do you have any idea what she did to me?
Yes. She wants to change. She has a chance to.
No chance. Jail.
Buffy.
If you apologize to me, I will beat you to death.
This is not gonna happen.
You're gonna stop me? Because you're gonna have to.
Don't do this.
Faith, go upstairs now.
You think I'm gonna let her out
Buffy,
of my
just back
sight?
off.
There is no way I am letting her out of my sight.
Faith?
Don't you move it! Oh.
Alright. This episode is off the rails.
Sorry.
Faith.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, he thinks she's trying to escape.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks something nefarious happened, and he's justified in jabbing her.
The first assassin kills the second assassin, sent to kill the first assassin, who didn't assassinate anyone until we hired the second assassin to assassinate her.
You said a lot of ass in that sentence.
Did she cry? Pouty lips, heaving bosom.
You were about 3 seconds from making her run. You know that. She's at a crucial stage.
She's playing you.
It's a cry for help.
A cry for help is when you say help in a loud voice.
I know Faith did some bad things to you.
You can't possibly know.
You can't possibly know what she's going through.
But of course you do. I'm sorry. I can't be in your club. I've never murdered anybody.
Get your coat.
Wesley, what's going on?
In about 20 minutes, the Council's operations team is coming in here. They'll expect to find you gone and her drugged. 3.
Okay, cool.
I'll check the sewers. If they're clear, we'll all head out. Faith?
God damn it.
We need a plan. Buffy can protect Faith.
I'm not sure that's her agenda.
Angel, it wasn't for her.
I know.
It's because I trust you.
Cool. I like that. I like that.
I despise you. You and everything you represent. And when I say represented thing, I do mean your clients.
I was thinking,
Be that as it may.
so what is Kate gonna do?
Measures that you found necessary. This man is such a being. He's above the law, which is why he gives aid and comfort to a known murderer.
And he does so because he's a good person, and she knows that. Back into a rooftop with this too. All right.
You gonna throw me off the roof again? Any reason why I shouldn't? There's nothing I can do for you, B. I can't ever make it right.
So you're just gonna take off again. Leave us to clean up yet another one of your messes. You got bored with the whole guilt thing? Decided to come back and shake things up?
That's not gonna happen.
You're right.
Angel said there was no way you were gonna give me a chance.
I gave you every chance. I tried so hard to help you, and you spat on me. My life was just something for you to play with. Angel, Riley, anything that you could take from me, you took. I've lost battles before, but nobody else has ever made me a victim.
That's good.
And you can't stand that. You're all about control.
Oh,
You
God.
have no idea what
Here
it's
we
like
go.
on the other side. I mean, nothing's in control. Nothing makes sense. There's just pain and hate, and nothing you do means anything. You can't even—
Shut up!
Just tell me how to make it better.
At least they are talking. Well, here. Oh God. Okay.
I didn't give you the signal. Shut it.
I think we can make it to the other building.
Go.
Now.
Ah, I feel like someone's gonna. What the fuck? How many resources do you motherfuckers have? This episode's escalating out of hand. It's bad out here. Oh, he was playing darts earlier.
180.
He's good. That's fucking funny. Okay, let's keep going. Oh. Holy shit. And then the pilot is like,
Take it down.
the pilot is like, sure, alright, I gotcha, but did Faith run away? Is she still here? Yeah, that's what she does. She runs away.
You got one shot here, Angel. Where is she?
She ran away. Well, he doesn't know that she
I like
ran
the cell
away.
we have for you, Angel. Faces east, give you a great view of the sunrise in about 4 hours.
What?
It's okay.
You know what he is.
Who are you?
This is murder.
Buffy, it's all right.
It is not all right.
Get her out of here.
You are not taking the fall for her, Angel. Out! It's not gonna happen.
Buffy.
She's right here. She turned herself in. That is a way of making amends. I mean, she can always break out whenever she wants to, but this is a willing,
I'd like to
conscious
make a
choice.
confession.
All right.
You should have told me what was going on.
I didn't think it was your business.
Do you have any idea what it was like for me to see you with her? That you would behind my back.
Buffy, this wasn't about you. This was about saving
really
somebody's
wasn't.
soul. That's what I do here, and you're not a part of it. That was your idea, remember? We stay away from each other.
I came here because you were in danger.
I'm in danger every day. You came because of faith. You were looking for vengeance.
I have a right to it.
Not in my city.
All right.
I have someone in my life now. It's not what you and I had. It's very new. You know what makes it new? I trust him. I know him.
Why you gotta do him like that, man?
Great. It's nice. You moved on. I can't. You found someone new. I'm not allowed to, remember? I see you again, it cuts me up inside. And the person I share that with is me. You don't know me anymore, so don't come down here with your great new life and expect me to do things your way.
Jesus.
Go home.
All right, we're never seeing each other again.
See? Faith wins again.
Oh, for a taciturn, shadowy guy, I got a big mouth.
Do you want to go after her?
Yes.
I don't know how much my opinion counts for, but I think you did the right thing.
Yelling at Buffy?
No, the other thing.
Standing up for Faith.
I didn't do it. Faith did.
Yeah.
I hope she's strong enough to make it. Peace is not an easy thing to find.
She has a chance.
I like that. I actually do like that. I think that is incredible. I really like that choice with Faith. Good episode. Really good. Okay, shit to say. Good episode. Another good one. Another banger. Courtesy of Faith. I really like that. What I was thinking right there at the ending with Angel and Buffy talking to each other. They both have points, and which is why that argument feels real. and it feels like it's such a difficult murky situation. Like, you can't look at any of them and be like, oh, you're right. It's like, no, but also you're both flawed characters, and that's something that I find really really appealing about this both of these shows, really, but about all these characters, is that it feels like that was like maybe not the first time, but one of the very few times where Angel has like had a little bit of an outburst where he's actually just yelled at someone. Earlier in the episode, he even hit Buffy, but Buffy hit him first, which, like, you know what, it's fine. I get it. But like that makes me upset at Buffy. And I feel like in an episode like this one, you kind of have to be kind of on Angel's side, not only because you're following him, but because Angel is actually focused on healing and helping, and you can see that Faith is genuinely trying to do better. But even then, I did have a moment earlier in the episode where I was like, I wonder if she's being genuine, you know? So there's also a way in which you can take the Buffy interpretation of like, oh, she's playing you, you know, because you're also used to that being the case. However, after last episode, it is difficult to not take the side of Angel of, you know what, I'm gonna help out Faith, you know, she needs to be safe. And not only that, but she needs to make amends, she needs to be sorry, and there's a lot of things that she has to go through in order to heal, but that's what he's concerned about. Buffy is taking the vengeful route. Buffy's taking the route of like, she fucked my life at every step of the way. And she did bring up something that was, it was very interesting, and it's fair, which is, I've lost battles, but I never felt like I was made a victim before, other than when I was with you. You know, like, Faith makes Buffy feel like I'm a victim to someone who's abusing me. Which, fair, completely fair. Like, the amount of shit that Faith does, it absolutely would make you feel that way on some level. So coming back and seeing Angel hug Faith, and Angel's like shirt is like unbuttoned, it's like a little bit too much, but it's like, whatever, dude, it's fine. It doesn't really mean much. It's also like a point where like Buffy comes in and Buffy says like, do you know how I felt when I saw you with her? And I'm sitting here like, bitch, you have a boyfriend. Like, and then she pulled that shit at the end of like, I have a boyfriend, and you know what is great because I know him and I can trust him. And it's like, you really gotta do him like that? You really gotta do this man like that? Like, that feels like that is also Buffy being vengeful towards Angel on some level, which is like, okay. And then she's like, oh, Faith has won again. It's like, Buffy, come on. Like, I root for you in your show. I don't have to root for you in this show. And I'm, in fact, not going to. But at the same time, Angel did just... I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like, you push someone's buttons, it is very normal for them to push back and just freak out a little bit, which is what Angel did. And then he immediately felt guilty about it, which is what he always does. And I'm sure that Buffy did as well. I'm sure that both of them had moments where they were both like, you know, maybe yelling at the other person that I do care about, because they do. We're not going to say that they don't. It was a little bit too much. However, yeah, like, things were said and none of them were kind to each other. And it didn't sound like Buffy had any reflection on Faith a little bit. Like, it really didn't seem like it. I was expecting them to talk about it a little bit after Faith turned herself in at the end of the episode. And then Buffy didn't say that at all. Buffy just talked about, like, you should have told me. And Angel brings a very fair point. I'm on his side on this one when he says, like, it's not about you. Because it's not. It's really not. Like, Faith is a fundamentally broken person. And Angel wants to help broken people. And part of it, and a big part of it for Faith, is because he feels a kinship. It's because he has gone through something like, I feel broken. I made mistakes in the past. I want to make amends for it. And I feel like shit. And I really, really want to dedicate, like, my entire life in order to, like, try to make things better. And he's encountering someone who's gone through, I accidentally killed someone and then I just kept going because I already felt like, you know, this is the only thing I can do. And Angel had to pull her back and be like, no, like, you do feel sorry, you want to feel bad. And Faith is like, but even if I say sorry, like, what's that gonna matter? Like, that doesn't make up for anything. That doesn't make things right. And it's like, I suppose Buffy's role in this part of the story here is actually fitting, where Faith is saying, like, even if I apologize to her, like, it doesn't make anything right. And Buffy comes in and Buffy is like, yeah, that's true. Like, Buffy still hates Faith. Buffy still feels like, fuck you for everything you did to me. And it's such a, I like it because what Faith represents here is someone that has made mistakes and wants to make amends. And Buffy represents the person who was made a victim saying, fuck you. I don't care if you feel bad. I don't care if you feel guilty. And I don't care if you try to apologize. I hate you. And Angel is here in the middle going, yeah, that's gonna happen. He told Faith that in a very funny scene where Faith didn't ask that, but that was what she needed to hear. So that kept, that stayed in her mind. So it was very good that he said that. But he just said, like, listen, even if you do want to make things right, it's gonna be hard because the world is not gonna be ready for you to do that. The world is not gonna want you to, because the world wants to just antagonize you because you already made yourself to be a villain or a bad person, and everyone just hates you now. You can't do anything about that. Even if you feel bad, even if you want to make things right, even if you want to apologize, the only thing you can do is to just keep going and hope that you make the right decision the next time. I like that. Because, like, it does make me dislike Buffy more, a little bit more, but it does fit within the narrative that we're telling here, where somebody wants to make things right, but even if you do, that doesn't undo the past, so you still have to deal with those consequences, and that's what Buffy represents here. The episode did spoil a little bit that Sarah Michelle Gellar was gonna be in the episode. Like, I'm just watching the episode, and as the episode is happening, not even in the credits sequence, in like the after the credits when there's still names on screen, it just said Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, and I'm like, I mean, he just told me. Like, I mean, I suppose it could be like a flashback to Buffy, but like I feel like the credit wouldn't be there unless the actress showed up. Anyway, God, I love this episode. And I also love, let's talk about Faith being in jail. I love that. Because I mentioned earlier, and I was worried for a second that she would die. I was worried that would be the end of her arc. I was like, I would have been like, that is a waste of a character. I'm glad that didn't happen, right? I'm very glad. Because I think that would have been stupid. So like, I wasn't super concerned, but there was a tiny part of me that was like, okay. Tiny part of me that was a leftover of Doyle, where I was like, don't kill her, please. And she didn't, so that's good. And I do love that she has decided to turn herself in and just go in jail. That is great. I love that. And like, it is sad. I'm not going to say that it is not sad, because it is very sad. Faith continues to be the saddest character in this fucking franchise. The best character and the saddest character. Because like I mentioned this I think last episode of Angel, where I was like, Faith is such a sad character. Like, everything about her life is misfortune. And it's just misfortune and bad choices. But when you find yourself in the situation that Faith is in, how are you supposed to make a good choice? So like, you can't even blame her for that. That's how I feel. So like, it's just misfortune and bad choices. And now, and then she went into a coma. She lost a year of her life. She lost her foster dad, who was also not the best dad, but it was the only family she had after her watcher was killed, that we saw in her introduction, leaving her alone. The only friends that she tried to have, she fucking backstabbed, and now she's in jail. The moment that she tries to get better, she just immediately goes in jail. It's sad, but it's great for her character because of what Angel said right there at the end. He was like, I didn't do it, Faith did it herself. Because Faith's most toxic character trait, I mean, okay, that is saying a lot. Like, saying most toxic maybe is not true, because there's a lot of toxic traits with Faith, and it is difficult to pick one above the other. One of the most toxic traits of Faith that is very defining of the character is running away. She runs away every time. She runs away from conversations. She runs away from her feelings. She runs away physically from a place that she doesn't want to be in. She runs away from relationships. She runs away from everything and everyone, right? Even early in the episode, she had a moment where she was like, Angel, and it was a great mirror to the episode where she fought with Buffy, and then Buffy wanted to talk to her, and then Faith was like, Buffy, and then she was nothing. And that was the end of the episode. It was a great mirror to that, because she did the exact same thing with Angel. And in this instance, you get to see that she thought about like stabbing him, and she was like, nothing. And I suppose what we're saying about Faith, which is not out of character because it has been said before, but we never know to what degree, but it's the fact that she's an impulsive person, right? She is a person that she makes mistakes because she feels things very strongly, and then she, in a moment of like rage or frustration or stress or something, fear even, she just fucking stabs the problem. So in that moment with Angel, she feels a moment of vulnerability. She feels like she's trapped. She feels like she doesn't want to deal with the situation. She's just like, I could just stab him and then probably run away. And then she's like, nothing. And that is very good for Faith's character, because like you can watch that, and I'm gonna say that scene was there at the beginning of the episode because he wants you to thread in that line of you don't know if she's good or not still, which to me is not the direction I would have taken the episode, because I feel like I would have 100% just been like, she's good, right? Like after last episode, I'm like, she's good. She could still make mistakes, but like it is so clear to me how broken of a person she is that I don't think that she would do anything like that, right? Like she would sooner kill herself than kill Angel. If Angel pushed her, she could do it in a moment of frustration, in a moment of rage, in a moment of stress, in a moment of fear, but she wouldn't do it as a conscious choice. And I think that is something that is very, very good about Faith that I want to bring up, is the fact that I don't think Faith makes a lot of calculated mistakes. I think Faith makes a mistake whenever she's feeling an emotional outburst, which is it's just a very normal human thing, right? Like for some people more than others, like this is dumb, but it's something that happened a couple of days ago. Very little to do with what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. We were playing a game on through like a stream on Discord with two of my friends, with like my group chat of friends. So one of us was playing, and then the other two were watching and just talking, and we were all just talking about it together. My friend who was playing, he's a very emotional player in the sense that he's just doing shit. It was like a shooter game. It was Max Payne, for those of you who are curious. I love Max Payne, and I bothered my friends into playing it, so that's why he was playing Max Payne from 2001. But my friend who was playing was very emotional, and he was making a bunch of mistakes. And my other friend, he's a very logical person, and he's saying like, you should be doing this. How are you not correcting? How are you not doing that? And my other friend was like, I just can't do it. I'm just doing this. And me in the middle, I was like, actually, I feel like I'm a very emotional person too. I feel like I wouldn't be able to correct myself. I would just do things. So it struck me as such a jarring thing to have someone else who was like, I play very methodically. I would be able to just look at what's happening, just think about what's happening, and then correct in real time because I am thinking about what I'm doing. And I'm like, I wouldn't. I can't do that. Whenever anything happens in my life, I feel I am a very emotional person to react to that, which is unfortunate because I don't like that, but it is what it is. And it is also just a very human thing to do, right? Like you can say that everyone is a very like pragmatic, slow person to act. And it's like, no, it's funny because I'm watching some Buffy episode like with Parker earlier in the season, and I'm like thinking to myself like, dude, I would have just punched this guy. And it's like people keep talking and I'm like, I would have punched him 10 seconds ago. And it's like, well, in a situation like that, maybe punching him wouldn't be the best thing to do. You would start a fight. You would maybe get other people involved. Like there would be repercussions to that. But myself, in a situation like that, where there was a dude like fucking Parker from Buffy season 4, and he's just saying shit like that, I would just punch him. And it's the thing where like, I know that my other friend who I just mentioned wouldn't have done that because he would have been like thinking about like, that would be such a bother. It would just start so much shit. I don't want to deal with that. Me personally, I wouldn't deal with that. I would just hit him. So when we're talking about something like that, I also like Faith on a sort of relatable sense in that manner where you can see every mistake that Faith makes, and it's always a mistake of it's situational, right? Like she feels scared and she reacts. She feels stressed and she reacts. She feels frustrated and she reacts. She feels angry and she reacts, right? And her entire worldview and the view that she has of herself is built on that. Like she feels like she's a fundamentally bad person. I think that this is just my belief, and it might be my way of coping with my own reality, but it is my personal belief, and it is the belief that I think that your choices is what defines you as whether you are a good person or a bad person. I mean, even then, morality is another question altogether, but even by those standards, I think that your choices is what defines you. It's not the way you react to things, but it is rather once you have time to like think about it and when you choose to do, I think that that is what defines you. I think that that is the mark of who you truly are and where you stand on things. So when it comes to Faith, of course, I am going to be someone who is very much empathetic towards her, and I'm willing to just listen to her and try to help her no matter how many mistakes she makes, because I can see that those mistakes don't really come from a place where she is willing to make them, where she is actively like plotting to do something that's evil. And even when she worked for the mayor, it's like this thing where like she went to the mayor in a place of like she was afraid and she felt like Buffy was getting too close and she couldn't trust Buffy. She felt evil, she felt bad, and then she goes in an emotional place to go and hang out with the mayor. And then the mayor becomes someone who is a very a person who's very close to Faith, and Faith is already working for him. Like she's not gonna switch jobs. She's not gonna go and make a different choice. It's like, no, I'm already locked in here, and I guess this is what I am. And then the mayor is nice to her, and she's like, you know what? This is good, right? Like, I'm just killing, like, it doesn't matter. I'm just hitting people and killing a couple guys. Like, that's fine because this guy is telling me that it's fine, so it's fine. And he's nice to me, so this is good. Like, her entire motivation is always fueled by emotion. So, with all of this being said, she's in jail now. And that's good because I was thinking that she was going to run away, and then she didn't. She decided to stand her ground and accept the consequences of her actions, which is incredible. That is awesome. And I am disappointed that Buffy didn't react to that at all. Buffy was just like, you should have told me. It's like, fuck you. Like, I'm just such a Faith fan that I just want Buffy to give her like one. Just like, you know what? At least she did that, you know, at least mention it a little bit. But no, she was just angry at Angel, and it's like, come on, talk about Faith for a second. But anyway, doesn't matter. Faith is making amends. Faith is repenting. This is what we will refer to as a redemption arc. I'm not sure how much of an arc is going to be, because I would assume that Faith is just going to be in jail off screen for an undetermined amount of time until the next time somebody comes up with the idea of bringing Faith back in, which I'm gonna say is probably gonna be next season, maybe next season of Angel, or maybe next season Buffy, whatever. You can write whatever you want. So yeah, Faith is repenting. Faith is just in jail. It is a very unfortunate, sad life for this character, but it is what it is. She's being very strong, very brave in choosing to do that, and that should be commended. Last week's episode was like the biggest like first step you could have had with Faith. It was the best Faith episode in terms of like seeing the character grow or change in any way, which was her just saying out loud, kill me, I'm evil, I'm bad, I'm wrong, kill me please, which is wild. It is exactly what the Faith character is, and it is finally being said out loud. And then this episode is Angel trying to help her, and that's what happens. He does help her, and Angel is also such a good fucking character for this, because within like one day Angel was able to be like, you're good, and he said all of the right things. He can cut straight to it. He can see exactly where Faith is coming from, because it is the same place where he comes from. And he's just saying, like, I get it. You made mistakes and you feel guilty and you feel bad. And you know what? Even if you do feel guilty and bad, the world is not gonna care. So what you need to do is say you need to find your own internal peace, right? It is not about other people liking you. It is not about other people loving you. It is not about other people forgiving you even, because that might not happen. And it didn't with Buffy. What you need to do is say you need to find your own peace. Doing the right things is actually going to feel better, because otherwise you're going to keep feeling awful. You're going to keep feeling a prisoner to yourself. You have to make the right decision. The things that you determine are the right things to do, because the thing is that Faith recognizes what is good and what is bad, right? Like, that's the thing. Faith has a morality system. She understands what to her is good and what to her is bad, because if she didn't, she wouldn't hate herself for her choices, right? Like, she identifies that what she's doing to her is bad. So if Angel is like, girl, do what you think is right. Like, do the right things. Like, do make amends, say sorry, like apologize. And she had a small moment where she was like, oh, Angel, I'm sorry, like I told you about Buffy's new boyfriend or whatever. And Angel, without missing a beat, he was like, that's it, say that you said it, you said I'm sorry, like that's it, hold on to that, use that, right? And that's so good. That's so good that he did that. Angel is so good at this. It's exactly what Faith needs. Like, god damn it, if fucking Wesley hadn't fucked us last season, this would have, Faith's life would have been so much better. And I like that he almost fucked us this episode too, and then he didn't. He came back and he helped us, and in fact, he did say why. He was like, I'm not doing this for her, I'm doing this because I trust you, which feels in character, right? It feels like last episode, when we saw Wesley being tortured, he like spat on Faith's face. He like insulted her as Faith tortured him, and it's this thing where like it does make sense for Wesley to just not be so quick to forgive Faith after that. Like that makes so much sense. Like, and it's interesting because it feels like it happened as a result of the torture. Because the last episode of Angel, like Wesley did have a moment where he was like, she is a very sick girl, right? Like, and she said, and he said it in a way of like, she needs help. Interesting how in this episode he's like, you know what, fuck her, you know, she's a murderer, she cannot be helped, and Angel is like, no. And it's this thing where like he feels that way because of the torture, which fair, you know what, fair. I don't know, we didn't get to see the torture, but she pulled out glasses to cut him. She pulled out like an aerosol, like a match, or like a lighter, that's the word, and just fucking sprayed him with it, or tried to, and then she got interrupted. I don't remember, but she did a lot of shit. That was just a straight up torture scene. Whenever I talk about Faith, it sounds like I am a Faith apologist a little bit. It sounds like I am just completely disregarding all the things that she maybe did wrong. And just saying like, oh, she's a poor girl who needs help, because I do feel that way. But then also at the same time, I do have to mention, no, she did very much torture him. She did do all of those bad things. I do have to mention that, which is why she's now in jail. She's finally making amends for all of it and just serving time. I would be shocked, and I would kind of respect it if Faith was just gone until either the final season of either Buffy or Angel, or just forever, and we never get to see her again. I would be shocked, but I would kind of respect it, because a part of me is like, it would be kind of great. Like, she's just running away in jail, but that's what her choices led her to be, and she chose that actually, because to her that is more peaceful. She would rather do that than to keep running away and hating herself. It's like, no, I'm gonna make the right choice for once. So I would kind of respect if the show just committed to never having her back, just stay in jail forever. However, I feel like they're probably gonna pull her back. She's probably gonna come back at some point for an episode or two. I don't know what you would do with her character now, but I like that she's now in jail, just thinking about all the things. And that would be great, because next time we're gonna see Faith, we're gonna see a completely transformed character, I feel like. Like, if we ever see Faith again, which I'm assuming we will, even if she's not escaping jail, we're going to meet her in jail or something. I feel like she's probably going to be a completely transformed character, right? A character who... I have a lot of experience in sitting alone in a room and just think about yourself, your history, your actions, and your feelings. I find that grants a lot of wisdom. There has to be a level of you communing with the world in order to not lose your mind. But I feel like Faith right now, what she needs more than anything is just sitting in a room and just thinking and becoming wiser. Becoming a stronger, wiser, more grown-up person. And that's what we're gonna see with her. And I hope it's not too much, because she needs that right now, but if she stays too many years in that situation, she's probably gonna lose her mind. And she's probably gonna devolve into a place of like self-hatred or something like that eventually. So I hope that we have her locked away enough for her to grow, but then we pull her away and she gets to have a life where she gets to be a better person and enjoy that life. Actually, I would like that. Yeah, so that's what I said. Buffy was a surprise this episode. Cordelia just fucking left, by the way. Cordelia at the beginning of the episode, she was like, I'm gone. And it's like, all right, leaving room. Like, okay, that's actually a very smart thing to do from the fucking show, actually. I just realized how smart that thing is. Because Cordelia's like role in the show is kind of like comedy, right? Not always comedy, but whenever Cordelia says anything, it's like a meta commentary on something, or stating the obvious, or just straight up making a joke of like she doesn't get something, or she gets it too much, she's misreading a situation, or she just says shit that is supposed to be funny. In an episode like this one, I feel like it is the absolutely correct choice to have Cordelia be gone, and instead we just focus on Angel and Faith and then Buffy and then Wesley, and it's like, okay, we have all of these 4 characters, we don't need more, and then it's all drama, all serious, because this is a topic that needs to be that. We can't have Cordelia cracking jokes in the middle of it. Like, that wouldn't work. The closest thing we got to a joke, which, I mean, 2 things. The closest thing to jokes was 3, actually. One is Faith being like, I'm talking about the microwave, which was funny, but that is also a way for Angel to have told her about all of the things that she needed to hear. So that's fine. I'll take it. 2, when Angel said, don't worry, you're safe here. You're safe. And they immediately got attacked like a Buffy beat. I'm calling them that, Buffy beats. Whenever someone says something and then immediately the opposite happens, because it's just funny. It's the shock of it. It's funny. That's the second thing, closest to a joke. And then the third one is whenever Buffy fucking threw the sedative dart to the guy and hit him right in the neck, and she was like 180 points. Yeah, and that's the closest thing to a joke, because I do like how he was playing darts at first, and I was like, that's an odd hobby, but you know, it's fine. I played Yakuza games. I also spend too much time playing darts. There's also a darts mini game, Persona 5, which was like I was playing recently, and I was like, yeah, I'm playing darts. So Wesley playing darts, I'm like, oh, sure, you know what? If that's what he likes, then why am I to say no? Because I also like playing those mini games. And then he uses that scene that was set up at the beginning in order to do that move near the end of the episode, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he's a little bit funny, but cool. And those are the only 3 things that we have that's close to comedy in this episode, I feel like. Unless I'm forgetting one. But I wouldn't even call them comedy. It's just tiny fractions of that. Most of the episode was spent on very serious character drama. Drama about Faith with herself. Drama about Faith against the world. Buffy and Faith. Buffy and Angel. Wesley and Faith. Wesley and Angel, and how he respects Angel. He chooses to aid Faith because he respects Angel so much, and he's like, I know you, and I think you do the right thing always, so I'm gonna follow you on this one because I trust you. So that's a good thing. It's all incredible. And I like how Wesley at the end, he's like, you chose to do the right thing, right? He's admitting that Buffy didn't admit it, but Wesley did. Wesley was like, you did the right thing for Faith, you know, like that was good. He didn't trust her at first, but now he's like coming around to it. He's like, you were right, you know, she needs help. She's not just an evil murdering person. She decided, I'm gonna lock myself in. And there were people trying to kill her, and it's like, maybe that also gave him a moral clarity of like, her life is so fucked up. People just want to kill her all the time, and she wants to kill herself. And it's like, we really need to do something, because otherwise she's just gonna die. It's gonna be really sad, and her life itself is just already really sad. I would have liked if Faith had gotten to talk to people. She got to talk to Angel a little bit, but she didn't get to go to Wesley and apologize. She didn't even got to like apologize to Buffy or anything, because she tried to and Buffy immediately shut her up. It's also like she was put immediately on the spot and she didn't know what to say. I want Faith to have like a prison therapist. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's a thing. But I would like for her to have that. That would be nice. But I guess she's just gonna be her own therapist now. As she just sits there and thinks. So that's gonna be it. I would like for them to visit Faith every now and then. I would really like that. I don't know if that would be allowed, but I would like it if that happened. All right, I think that's gonna be it for this episode reaction of Angel. I don't know what else I can talk about. It was just really good, and it was just a bunch of faith. I don't know what Angel episode I'm gonna be watching next. Let me see. I guess I'm reacting to the finale. Should I react to the finale, episode 22? I think that's the finale. I have episode 22 in this text document. So I think that's the finale, and I guess I should be reacting to that one, but I'm also not sure because I think I heard somebody tell me you don't have to react to the finale to the season. You know, it's whatever. It's just a finale. So I'm not sure if I should do that. I might make a poll on it. I mean, I don't know. I'll ask people. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for Angel. Great fucking episode. Faith arc, love it. Angel, so good at this. So good at this. He don't miss. Next time, we're going back to Buffy. And we're getting really close to the finale as well. We're getting really close to the end of the season. So, and Buffy just escalated a little bit. You know, we have the Riley left the initiative. Well, they kicked him out. Oz came back, and then he left. Willow's a lesbian. Great things are happening in Buffy. A lot of shit is happening. We love Tara out here. We love Faith. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Angel. See you guys next time. Bye. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode reaction to Angel. If you'd like to watch the next episode reaction of Buffy, the next two actually, you can do so over at the Patreon. Check out the links below, social media, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. See you guys next time. Bye bye, take care.